And we are back for part 3. So we just learned how to do restring a Helen Kish doll, a modern doll. We learned how to restring an antique composition doll. And now we're splitting the difference and going right into the 1950s. We are here with Doll Dr. Sandy. She has a shop on Ruby Lane. She has a brick and mortar doll hospital. She is a member of the Doll Doctors Association, and she is a restring and repair and genius. So you can learn some of her secrets in this video, or you can just send her your dolls and ask her to do it for you. Either way, we're here and it's so awesome. So I'm going to turn the camera on and we are going to talk. Hi, Sandy.
Hello.
Thank you for being here with us.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
It is a pleasure for us as well. And we have never done a video on a hard plastic 1950s doll.
Okay, well, we have a couple different things that we're going on here. We want to put a doll together that has actually never been put together. These were parts that were recovered from the Richwood company out of Annapolis. This is where these dolls were made back in the early 50s. And when the company went out of business in 1958, parts were left
Oh, how
hanging.
interesting.
So we have parts that normally we would have hooks already in place. In this case, we do not. I need to pick. Oh, that one had an issue. So when the company went out, they went out of business completely overnight. So in this case, there is no hole where this arm needs to be strung. So this is something that we're going to put aside for right now because this can't be strung until we have a hole here, like the hole here. It's just missing. It's in the legs, but it's not there in the arms. What we're going to do is, this head is not a desirable head, so we're going to remove this one and use one of the ones that were from an earlier period of time that someone has painstakingly taken little clamps and reset her hair. So now she wants it to have to be on a better body.
Yeah, well,
so we're going to
learn how to do that. So that's great.
Right, so we're going to pop these off.
Okay, so she has elastics in there. This is not the stringing that we just learned in the antique video.
No, this one has elastics because this is from the 50s. This one already has its hooks in place because it's got its holes in place. This is a walker. This is a desirable doll from the 50s. They didn't make them all walkers, but this particular one is. Usually arm to arm and legs to head, but in this case, it will be just arm to head to arm. So in this case, I will pick a much smaller cord. And
we are here with Doll Dr. Sandy, and she is showing us, she just showed us a couple other tutorials, and right now we are working on a 1950s Sandra Sue.
I go up through, and I just always start on the left side. I guess I'm being right-handed, it's just easier to go in that direction from left to right. And now I want to take, I think I want this head. She's got a nice, and again, now I need to make a hook. This one's going to be small, so I'm going to just turn the top of the wire down just so will capture that. It's hard to reach up inside there sometimes. I'm going to cut off the old rubber band that is now brittle. I'm going to reach down in there, come out the other side. Go in through here and across, and then through. Tie it off, and this is where I usually take a clamp because I need this oval to be extremely tight on the inside. If I tie it off right here, it pops in, it's going to be too loose. So you almost have to tie a knot on the inside. So you take your cord and you shove it as far down while you're pulling. So I'm basically tying the knot in the middle instead of on the end.
Restringing.
And then tie your square knot. And you are good to go.
And so the legs work in sort of the same way.
The legs they're not strung. They have a walking mechanism
Right,
between them.
because she's a
they're
walker,
not,
correct,
Because
yes.
she's a walker. This one was not a walker, so this one could be done, but I would have to set a hook in all of the different places. And I do have the tools, if I could find them. I have a small drill bit that I use to put the hole in the arm, but I don't see it here at the moment. So
Well, that's okay. We can always come back on and we can take some pictures too to show a little bit more of how the legs are done and drilling the hole. But here we got you your hook on there.
right.
Again, this is a non-walker doll.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to do the head, the legs on this. In this case, I'll have to come back and do that one later. But remove all the excess goo. The cording is absolutely dry rotted in here, so you want to just get all that out of there. And then try to get this to go through the loop. Grab it with your clamp or use the hook. And in this case, sometimes it matters which way you go. You don't want to have a doll that's going to want to go to the left or to the right, but this one, it doesn't really matter. But you have to pay attention to that, and you also have to pay attention to the direction that you come to through the leg. I don't want to go from this side because that will make her want to go
Right.
that way. So you just follow the loop, come through, and then go from the bottom up on this one, because I went from the top down, now the bottom up, and again tying off. And again, I will take just a regular surgical clamp, and you can buy those at a lot of the
Online.
hardware stores or online. Grab it and then push it up into the body while pulling on the cord to make it super tight, and then tie off your square knot, and you are good to go.
Oh, that's so great.
And she's one of
Thank
those.
you. Thank you.
Sure.
Yes. And if you guys are tuning in, we just did the arms on the other doll, so you can refer back to
Right,
that video.
so-
So we just learned how to
Right.
do 1950s arms and legs on a Sandra Sue. Thank you so much, Doll Dr.
sure.
Sandy.
Great. It was
We
great to
appreciate
hear.
it. And your next customer is standing right here, so you're a busy gal. We sure
I
appreciate
am.
you taking your time to give us a tutorial. If you are in the Baltimore area, please visit her and visit her website. And you are available for questions, and you're just such a gem. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Have a great rest of your
Thank
show.
you so
Bye-bye.
much. Bye-bye.